Hi everybody, I'm Philip Duncan. Thanks very much for joining us for our Wednesday weather video. And we've got a cold change coming for Wednesday night and Thursday across most of the country. It is a warm Wednesday though at the moment, but temperatures are really going to drop on Thursday quite a bit. And then we get into a really hot burst of weather kicking off on Sunday and spreading nationwide for next week. So let's get into it. Some places are going to get into the low, maybe even the mid 30s. So for Wednesday, here's the wind map, and it's certainly blustery in some areas. We've got hot weather in the east where it is sunny, cloudier weather in the west, and wet along the west coast. And here is that colder southerly change that's arriving. So that could affect the cricket later today as that southerly change comes through with a bit of rain and maybe a few squalls. Let's have a look at Thursday. There's that main front and the cooler change behind it. It's not so dramatic for the North Island, but you will get a temperature drop as well. Then there's this little area of low pressure, what we call a trough, or a pothole in the sky, that could produce a little more rain around Bay of Plenty, inland areas. For example, about Edgecombe to Rotorua, those areas might get a little more rain over the next couple of days. But as you can see on Thursday, that's the cooler change sweeping northwards, and there's the high out in the Tasman. By the time we get to Friday, that high drifts a little closer, and as a result of it, the anticyclonic winds start to bring down a slightly warmer wind for Southland and Otago, so you're back to kind of normal conditions by Friday. In the north, it's still a little cooler for some of you in the east, still a few showers, and again, those little Bay of Plenty showers do look like they'll linger. Let's get into the weekend. Of course, it's a long weekend for the upper half of the North Island. Auckland Anniversary weekend affects half of New Zealand's population, so a lot of people interested in what is going on. Maybe a couple of little showers around in that area on Saturday, nothing too dramatic. The winds, though, they do pick up, and they'll be blustery through Cook Strait. There's rain in Fiordland and a little bit of patchy rain coming back into Southland, although it won't be as cold as what you're getting at the moment for Wednesday night and Thursday. You should have a much warmer Saturday with those nor'westers blowing through. By Sunday, it gets even warmer because these nor'westers have got a few things that all work towards making hot weather. So we've got the nor'westers, you've got Australian interior, some of the wind is coming out of Queensland, you've got subtropical air in there as well. And of course, it's the middle of summer. So all of that kind of lines up. If you've got clear skies when that all happens, some of these eastern areas might be getting into the low to mid 30s. 31s, 32s, 33, maybe 34 degrees possibly as a result of these hotter winds coming in, mostly around central and inland eastern areas. Rain though comes back on the west coast, mostly down around southwestland, maybe getting as far north as Hokitika and a few showers into Greymouth, but further north it does get drier and drier as you get closer to that high pressure system. And this is how Monday looks, which is Auckland Anniversary Day, looking pretty good across the country. See these red areas here? Those are the areas that are indicating low to mid 30s. So potentially some pockets might get to that. There's a few ingredients, as I say, you've got to have all those things lining up and no cloud. Cloud's got to be kind of free. So if you get that, low to mid 30s possibly on Monday. Otherwise, it is a hot day with highs in the sort of mid to late 20s and early 30s. But there is another slightly cooler change down here with another cold front. So that unsettled pattern for the west coast, Otago and Southland does continue into next week. But next week will be much warmer across New Zealand, and we're going to see a number of places reaching the late 20s and early 30s. That is all from me. Apologies for the later video today. We had a technical issue. It's been fixed now. We should be back to normal again for Thursday.